Hi guys, this is Skylar. Wanting to show a couple things. I'm going to do two separate ones here. I'm going to do the Over Easy eggs to try them out and see how they do. But before I do that, I'm going to try out something that I got at Cabela's when my wife and I were up in Atlanta. We got the Nature's Kettle coffee. I thought it was kind of cool. They have a bunch of different ones. They have, ciders, different kinds of coffee, hot chocolate. They have a bunch of things that you can get. And I just got the Colombian coffee as a baseline to try these out. I like these because they fold up so small, and they don't really take up much room, and they're reusable. You're supposed to be able to replace this pouch. Which one of the things I want to do is see what the pouch was. I haven't even opened this yet. I have no idea, and see if this is something I can replace pretty easy to make my own. Anyway, we're going to try this out. Let's open this up. I have no idea if this is any good or not. I did notice that the directions seem like they're a little bit annoying. Let me get some scissors here. And you don't have to have scissors to open it up. That's just me being anal. But anyway, let's see what's inside. Oh, well, it's just basically a little pouch. You could use the Folgers pouches or whatever, I guess. Speaking of the Folgers pouches, that was one of the things that I was a little concerned with. What it says to do is you put hot water in here, 1 cup of hot water, and let it saturate and sit for a couple minutes, and then you go back later and add the rest. I just thought that was a bit excessive as far as the steps that you have to take, when you could just do the Cowboy coffee, or just get the Folgers pouches that look similar to that and do them in your Moore's pot or whatever. So unless this is exceptional tasting coffee, this may be a little bit more work than you would want to do, for no real reason. So anyway, we're going to try this out. What it calls for is 4 cups of water total. So put that in there. And we'll get that started. And anyway, we're going to let that come to a boil. And as soon as it starts to boil, I figure it's hot enough. And then we'll split it off and see how it does. Be right back. Okay guys, well, the water's hot enough now, so what I'm going to do is, I know that this is 2 cups, so since I need a cup, I fill that halfway. Roughly halfway, I guess is good enough. And now, what I'm going to do is open this up and pour that . Spilled a little there. And we have to leave this for a couple minutes. So, according to the instructions here, you see it says leave 1 to 2 minutes. So, we'll leave it for a couple minutes. Okay guys, well, that's been sitting. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to open the top up here. And see if I can do this without burning myself. Can't pour it all in at one time. You have to kind of let it settle in. I can already tell you, unless this is really good coffee, it's already more annoying than I would want it to be. mean, I'm here on my stove with everything convenient to me. And I can only imagine if I had to do this with it out, you know, next to a campfire. Still waiting. As you can see, the water just goes on through. Sorry, I was out of frame there for a little bit, guys. But as you can see, the water kind of stays for a few minutes. You have to let it go on down. So anyway, you seal it back up. It's basically just a Ziploc up on the top. And according to the instructions here, 3 to 5 minutes of steeping. So what I'm going to do is just set that right there. It does not seem to want to stand up very easy either, but you can balance it. And we'll let that go, and we're going to give it about 5 minutes and see how it does. Be right back. Okay, guys. Well, we're back now with the finished coffee, and as you can see, it has a little thing here for the spout. I'll take that out. And also, it has these two little holes here on the side where it's pretty good for tipping and everything. I'm going to get rid of that aluminum cup because it would be too hot for my wife to hold, and switch over to this one here. One thing I will mention while this is cooling off for her a little bit is I don't like the weight being in the top there. I don't like how it sits. But like I said, if the coffee's really exceptional, then of course all these drawbacks will be fine. Okay, guys, well, it's done and cooled off enough where my wife can handle it. I'm going to let her give her take on it. I'm going to taste it real quick just to let you know. See, for me, I am not as tough as my wife is. My coffee usually has sugar and cream and all that in there. But even to me, this tastes a little weak. But I'm going to let her try it out and see what she thinks, because she normally takes her coffee black with no sugar, and I really just can't handle that. What do you think?
It's good. If I were given that in a restaurant, it'd be okay. It's a little weak. It's kind of watered down. I don't know that it's worth all the trouble you went through to make it. It's okay.
Okay.
Not great, but okay.
Well, I kind of thought the same thing. It's coffee. It's not good coffee. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut to another one here. I'm going to be doing the Over Easy and see how they turn out and test these out on my wife. I've heard that they're really good, but I've never actually had them myself. So stick around, guys. Let's see how this does.